This is a 1934 Ford. Now you're not going to see too many Chevys out here, the 34s, because they had a wood frame on them. I think in 37 the Chevys came out. This is a Ford now. I'm just saying that. That's why you always see Fords out here versus Chevys. I think in 37 Chevys came out with all steel construction. But 36 and back, they had like wood frames and wood inside the doors with steel skins on them. Yeah. I don't know if you ever make. I guess maybe you could restore those, but you know, if you're a woodworker, cabinet maker or something, and make it out of wood that's highly treated against the elements, it'll never rot out. Just figured I'd say that. That's why you're always seeing Fords out here. Chevys and Chevy trucks, I think it was 36 in back, like I said. Now he's got you notice he's got a Fram filter on it. But I hear all that stuff about Fram filters. They're not bad. I mean, especially even that orange one. It's not as high a micron rating, but it's good for 4,000 miles, no problem, no doubt about it. And you know, a car like this, they probably change the oil every 1,000. Purple top, but purple. That is a little unusual. I guess you want to stand out. It does stand out. I probably would have opted for I'm not going to say no because this car is way out of my league. But I would have opted for a black top. But anyway. So, even though it matches the flames, you know. Texas, the independent state. Hopefully it stays independent. The way it's going right now, man. God. You got those teardrop type tail lights on there. High visibility yellow. Very smart to have a car that color. Probably the safest color you can have. That's why you see a lot of the municipal vehicles like the trucks and stuff, you know, that work on in the wildlife areas and stuff. They're all painted yellow. You know, white car theoretically should be the safest, but not in snow. That's the problem. Yeah. I don't know, yeah, I remember looking at that about cars that get in the most accidents, red. And it might be because it's sort of like throwing a red flag in front of a bull. It's like maybe it's a psychological condition. And actually, red cars get more pulled over more than blue cars. Isn't that weird? I remember reading that a long time ago. Cops do. This car, and this could be a cop magnet because if you're, you do a burnout with this thing, they'll see you right away. Look, it's a big yellow thing with purple stripes on it. You know, that's where back in the day, you know, everybody was broke back then. You know, if you had a car like this back in, say, the 50s, and it was say, you know, 20 something years old, this would have been like a $25 car or something. It's literally, right? When you bought it, it would have been all screwed up, and it would have been primer gray. Yeah. And, you know, it's amazing how. Well, you know, just to not really change the subject here, but that's why I bought my 1991 Sportster, the extra one, I guess, backup one, because right now they're real cheap. And, you know, at one time, these cars were real cheap. I mean, you know, talking about in the 50s and stuff, they're 20 years old. They were real cheap. And, you know, all the hot rodders had them, and that's what made the reputation for them, you know. The guys that are actually out there beating the hell out of them, racing them and stuff, and getting them out there on the road. But, you know, then they become like a mystique, a collector's item, and then the prices start going up as they get more and more rare. Well, that's kind of why I bought that 91 Sportster, because I think, you know, they're going to wind up just like the shovelhead Harleys are today. They were cheap not that many years ago. Now they're like freaking getting crazy price. The Evo is going to be the next group that's going to be expensive. But as a side note, in general, I mean, not saying this particular car, but in general, a lot of the classic car prices seem to be collapsing. And it might be a good idea to pick one up that's not like it's a daily driver. It isn't like maybe a good mechanically sound rat rod, quote unquote. Just drive around. You know, I got enough stuff myself. But I mean, I got my '78 El Camino with the 4-speed and the posi. You know, that's good enough for classic car stuff for me. But I would tell anybody actually just, you know, if you could afford it, probably might not be a bad idea to get something like that today if you know, not laying out a lot of cash. But you know, it's a labor of love, man. Just like when I had my Harley, that '91 Sportster, I thought I wasn't going to put a dime into it, and I did. I just kept putting more and more money into it, and I think I'm done now though, because I got it to where I want it. But that's what happens when you buy these. You got the initial price, and then you got the price where, oh, just one more thing, just one more thing, just one more thing. But the most important thing is to just get out there and use it, you know. So this is a cool car though. Look at the front of that. I mean, really, you look at the front of that. It looks like it's ready to bite you. It's got a personality with those flames and stuff. So I guess the top does work with that. But I personally would have put a black one on here, but I don't know. It does work with that though too. Very unusual purple top, man. I wonder where he got that from. I'd like to get a cheetah or a leopard print top for my Sebring convertible. Where the hell you can get that from?